Before we get into the little disclaimer, a polite reminder that we have a live show on the 29th of November at the Tramshed Theatre in Woolwich. Tickets are still available and we would love to see you there. Head over to www.rbtwthepodcast.com to get your tickets now, or alternatively search for Read Between the Wines, the live one on Eventbrite. So, before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which you know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines.
Try not to be a cunt, it's Christmas. It only happens once a year. The rest of us are doing our best to be jolly, so don't go looking like you swallowed a bunch of holly. When you find yourself presented with another potted plant, don't drop your trousers and moon at your aunt. For fuck's sake, be merry, have another sherry, and try not to be a cunt.
Well, that's as Christmassy as I'm going to get, so there we go, Christmas done.
There we go, yeah. Not even spoken in the word. The C-bomb has been dropped.
You see, nice little C-bomb to start the episode. I suppose because we've done Halloween talk on the pod, we probably should start mentioning the C word.
Yeah.
When I say the C word, I don't mean Christmas.
I think cunt is definitely the word of the week.
Yeah. But yeah, that's as Christmassy as I'm going to get, because you know me. Controversial comment, I don't like Christmas.
No, although you did admit to me that you were starting to feel a bit festive. That quickly went out the window, didn't it?
Yeah. No, I am feeling a little bit festive, but in general, I'm not a Christmas fan.
No, you're not.
But we do love Fascinating Ada.
We do indeed.
So we wanted to. That's their new one, because they record that song every year, don't they? But that's their new one.
It's the latest version.
And I love them. So yeah, that's the tone of this episode. Maybe it's a little prelude. Is it prelude onto the rest of this episode?
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, back for another one.
Yes, here we are again.
How was your week?
Yes, it has been a very slow week for me this week. It was very slow, which is good because obviously in the build-up to the show, but we're getting ever closer. I
know, what are we now?
Because it's a big day.
So effectively this is Monday, so Monday morning, if you listen to it on a Monday morning. So that would mean it's the 18th, so 11 days.
11 days.
11 days to go.
The countdown is on.
I know, right? I'm getting quite nervous now, to be honest.
Yes, me too. I remember the last one and...
I mean, this one is on a bigger scale, though, and that's why I'm not a nervous person. I've been on stage loads of times, but the pressure is on. But it's all going to be fun and games.
Yes, everyone loves the big one.
We all love a big one.
We all love a big one.
But for those that don't know, I mean, you probably do now, and you've listened to the intro to this episode. So we are doing a live show for charity on the 29th of November at the Tramshed Theatre in Woolwich. Tickets are still on sale, so you can grab yourself a little bit of a bargain.
Yeah.
You can head over to www.rbtwthepodcast.com and you can get your tickets that way. Or, as we say in the intro, just type Read Between the Wines, the live on a charity in Eventbrite.
Yeah, there are still some tickets there, so sweep them up quickly.
So lots of planning this weekend, which has been fun.
Yes.
I'm really excited about revealing what we've done this weekend for the live.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the preparations are well underway. They're going well.
So yeah, come and join us. Come and join us for a glass of wine and a good show. And as we said... I think we said last week, willing participants will be rewarded.
Always. We're very much givers.
But yeah, yes. God. But yeah, it's been a good week. The gays have overtaken the girls on our listening. I say the gays, I mean the guys. Sorry, I just labelled every male listener as gay, but the guys have overtaken the girls on the audience. So, hey guys, welcome to the fold. Yeah. But girls, where you at?
Yeah, come on. You may have been good with the confessions of late, but
we love the confessions of girls. I mean, I say they've overtaken. It's a 52-48% split, so it's not that. It's closer than I'd say closer than Trump and Harris. I feel like. I think that that was a little bit more imbalanced.
Yes, indeed.
We've hit our highest ratings in 21 weeks.
Whoop, whoop.
So yes, which is great for us. So the highest ratings that we've had last week in 21 episodes. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us.
And for all the new listeners as well. I'm sure there's plenty of new listeners out there as well.
Yeah, so
what have you been sleeping on? Welcome to the fold.
Welcome to the fold, and we appreciate every single listener, whether you're new or whether you've been with us from day one. So
absolutely.
A little milestone there. So thank you for continuing to tune in. Introduce your friends, family. I say your kids, not your kids maybe, unless they're over 18.
Mother-in-laws, stepdads, you name it.
Or just people you want to inflict pain on, maybe. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. We do really, really appreciate it. Please continue to listen.
Yes,
otherwise we'll be out of a job.
Well, there we go.
In the podcast world, anyway. Shall we go into some news?
Let's hear some news.
Mattel has landed in some hot water this week with their new Barbie launch in collaboration with the film Wicked, starring none other than Ariana Grande, who I love. Instead of listing the official Wicked film website, Mattel's new doll packaging led to customers to have quite the surprise when the website led them to a porn site sharing the same name. So there you go, buy yourself a little Mattel doll, you end up being redirected to a porn site.
That's going to be difficult to explain to your little daughter, isn't it?
I mean, that takes a whole new meaning to the word doll, doesn't it? It's not the doll that you think you're going to get, it's a sex doll.
Oh, wow.
Oh, imagine like buying it for your little cousin or whoever, and they buy the little doll and then they look at the back, www.wicked.com, go on that.
I wonder how dirty the site is.
I've had a look. It's not that dirty, you have to subscribe to it, but there's a lot of pornos on there.
Right, okay. Yeah.
That's the big error, isn't it, on Mattel's part? You'd think that they would have looked at the fucking... Who proofread the packaging before they agreed it?
I know, yeah. I mean, I guess it would seem natural that a film that big would have that .com as your title, but maybe
Sadly not.
Some research.
Exactly. Mattel should have did some research before they sent that to the printers.
Exactly.
So they are now trying to pull most of the stock back and I think repackage it and
oh dear,
and get it back out. One notable movie from the website is Kenzie Loves Girls Volume 3. The Hunger. There we go. Sunny Gold Melons. Sounds better than the Wicked film, doesn't it?
I feel a bit that, yeah. What's one of the big songs from Wicked? Defying Gravity. Maybe there's a porn style name for that.
Stormy Daniels is on it. There we go.
There we go.
Donald Trump would be signing up, wouldn't he?
That's exactly what I was about to say too.
Oh well, 6,000 Wicked scenes. Start watching. There we go. Well, so if you don't fancy the Wicked movie and you fancy a bit of a porno, head over to www.wicked.com.
I wonder if those figurines will double in price now, aren't they? Surely people will be trying to sweep them up.
But you've got to feel bad for Mattel, fucking hell. I mean, but yeah. Keeping with blunders from big companies, Debenhams have also faced some backlash this week and forced to remove their newest Christmas jumper after criticism from Christians and Christian groups. It was created by a clothing brand Grind Store. Now, that should have gave you some warning signs already. The purple sweatshirt featured a print of a rainbow, which is often used as a symbol of the LGBTQ+ community, with over a crib with the words "a gay in a manger," as a bit of a parody to the Christmas Carol "Away in a Manger." I mean, fucking hell, it's worse things to be mad about, isn't it? But I do understand it. I mean, that is a pretty bad oversight on Debenhams' part.
I just think you can't be messing with those kind of religious things. Like, we not learned from the past, like, experiences, like...
That sort of shit you can leave on Prowler for people to buy, or something like that, or I don't know. Not fucking Debenhams.
Not Debenhams.
Come on, guys.
No. I didn't even know Debenhams was still a thing, to be honest.
We know people that work there.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. That's true.
I do know it's a thing. Well, sack the fucking team. That's all I've got to say for putting that one out. I mean, I like it. I would have bought it, but I do understand that facing some backlash. So, yeah. Oh, this isn't the first time that, as you said, that companies make stupid errors. Yes. Back in 2017, bakery chain Greggs apologised for replacing Jesus with a sausage roll in the nativity scene. In an effort to make the bake good during the festive period.
I do remember that one, yeah.
Fuck me.
Eating a little baby Jesus.
I mean, but at the same time, though, you just think, fucking chill out. There's more things to be stressed about in the world. Hello?
I think especially with a company like Greggs and Debenhams are UK companies, right? They are UK companies. We're not that religious here.
Well, quite religious. We are a Christian country.
We are a Christian country, but
I can understand people being pissed off.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, I'm all for gay sweatshirts and things like that, but I don't know if a gay in a manger is taking it a little bit too far.
I think that was a little bit too far, yeah. Sorry, Debenhams. can't defend you here. Can't defend you here.
Oh, God. Well, People's Sexiest Man has been announced this week, and it's divided the internet.
It has indeed.
John Krasinski, did I say that right?
Yeah.
John Krasinski, star of A Quiet Place in the Office, has been announced as the sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
I didn't know the fuck this was until I did, obviously, when we said that we would talk about it on the news segment, I did a Google search.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to admit, I can't see the fascination.
I'm a big fan of him in The Office. But
little glitch there on the fucking editing. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of The Office. But I wouldn't particularly call him attractive or... hey, he's a good-looking man as well, and he's obviously married to Emily Blunt, is it?
Yeah, that's what surprised me. He's married to Emily Blunt. I love Emily Blunt.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously a very divisive choice.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion and everyone finds different people attractive,
Well,
but
absolutely.
I do think there was probably better people to name, but I don't know. Maybe it's teaching people not to be so fucking vain.
Who would have been your choice if you were on the selection panel?
Matt Rife would have been my sexiest man alive. There we go. Hands down. I didn't even have to think about that.
Didn't have to think about it at all.
Didn't even have to think about that. Matt Rife and Beyonce, sexiest woman alive. There we go. I shall invite Matt Rife to the show.
We can crown him on stage.
Oh, I love that man.
It's a very good looking man.
Controversial comment, isn't it? Like, because I know some people don't like him.
No, indeed.
I think he's fucking handsome. But yeah, keeping with the entertainment world, the internet has gone mad this week, post-election results, where we've seen President-elect Donald Trump meet the current president, Joe Biden, in the White House. Fans have taken to the internet to write some sexy fan fiction about the two presidents. Who the fuck that would have... Who would read that? In what world is that?
I mean, I do remember like fan fiction being a massive thing at one point. And everyone doing it for all different types of shows, but who's gone as far as like who even wants to see Biden and Trump?
I mean, could either one of them get it up? Maybe Trump at most, but I can't imagine Joe Biden getting a semi in the White House.
Melania in the background just watching.
I mean, they do Kamala Harris and Biden fan fiction as well, but it's not as fun. So, we don't care about their fan fiction. We care about Trump and Biden. It is weird that people do these things.
People have too much time on their hands. Don't
Somebody wrote some fan fiction, and like in the little, what's it called at the back of the book where they do the summary?
Oh yeah.
A blurb.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Don't really know books. This one. They constantly fought on camera. They constantly fought for the title of the president. But he knew deep down there was more to their relationship than just pure hatred. Stupid Biden, he thought. He just couldn't stop thinking about him. Ugh. Why did he have to think about him on such an important day? He was so mad that he didn't have time to read the note cards for the debate that his advertisers made for him. It's not like he was going to read them anyways. He blushed thinking about what Biden was going to say today. Did I make that sound sexy? Not my voice.
About as sexy as you can make that kind of story, I'll be honest. Oh my lord. God.
People have gone as far. I mean, this is a podcast, so there's no visuals, but people have gone as far to make posters of them kissing.
Honestly, what sad little man's sat behind his computer?
I wonder if there's ever been any leaked images of Donald Trump naked.
I'm sure there'll be some deep fakes.
I don't want a deep fake. I mean, I don't want to see him naked, to be honest, but you know.
Well, it's like when they always used to put the pictures of Vladimir Putin in with his t-shirt off.
But weren't some of those real on the horse, or was that fake as well?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Perhaps they are. I apologise if Putin has a fantastic workout regime, but I can't believe it.
Could you imagine Jill Biden and Melania Trump reading these and thinking, oh, fuck's sake.
Someone should write a fan fiction for those two as well.
Oh, what lesbian? The
lesbian
lesbian first ladies. Who would you rather fuck, Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
God. I'd rather chop it off.
No, come on. This is a serious question. Who would you rather fuck? Who would you rather swallow?
Oh.
Would you rather swallow a Republican or would you rather swallow the Democrat? If you had to swallow one of their nuts.
I don't know. I'd have to come back to you on that.
No, we haven't got time to come back. We're recording this live. Whose spunk would you swallow?
Oh, God.
Would you swallow Trump's or Biden's?
It's the lesser. I don't know if it's the lesser of two evils. I'm just gonna say Donald Trump's.
So you're a Republican. So you're a Republican.
No.
Basically, you've just come out as a Republican.
But I don't know. I don't want a wrinkly old dick in my mouth.
I think they've both probably got wrinkly old dicks.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump might have done some work on it.
Who would you rather rim?
Moving swiftly on.
No, come on, man.
We haven't heard your answer yet for the nut job.
Me?
Yeah.
Probably Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's got more money than me. Start charging him, wouldn't I?
As long as it doesn't taste orange.
Sorry, but Joe Biden would probably forget, then I'd feel bad. I'd feel like a predator.
Well, that's the thing. Would he be able to consent?
Sleepy Joe. Pop him a little Viagra. All right, can we stop talking about noshing off the president?
Yeah,
please?
no, please. Yeah, I'd really not like to think. That's an image I very much want out of my head.
Oh, well, I might have to read one of these fan fictions. But
It's a bedtime reading for us.
yeah, there we go. We'll keep in with fan fiction because it is middle of November now and we've done Halloween. We've heard Fascinating Aid at the start with their Christmas cunt story. It's only important that we talk about the start of Christmas, get everyone in the festive mood.
Yeah, indeed.
Keeping with fan fiction, Christmas fan fiction is also on the up this week. So right up there with, I don't know, Biden and Biden and Joe docking each other. I imagine they're both circumcised. They probably wouldn't be able to dock each other. Why am I going into this? right up in the fan fiction charts with Biden and Trump, there is Christmas fan fiction as well, with stories climbing up the forums and the blogs as we head into the festive season. Well, I was going to ask the question if you've ever read any fan fiction, but I feel like we've spoke so much about the Trump. But have you though?
I did when I was much younger.
What, like porn fan fiction?
Not porn, but it was like I used to be a big fan of Saved by the Bell, and I would.
There was Saved by the Bell fan fiction.
There was Saved by the Bell fan fiction.
What did you like? Was you into Screech?
No, it was Zach and...
I don't know, I've never watched it, I'm too young.
Well, there we go. Zach and Slater. Oh, that was...
Ain't they all pretty much dead now?
Screeches. Yeah, Screeches. Yeah,
was Mario Lopez in Saved by the Bell, weren't he?
Yeah, he's alive. And so is the guy who played Zach, but I can't remember his name.
I've never really watched it, to be honest. It wasn't my vibe. But okay, tell us what the fan fiction was about then. Was it about like them?
I mean, to be fair, it was pretty... Obviously, maybe because I was a young'un, it was not explicit. It was just like them obviously trying to date the girls, but actually realising they didn't like the girls, so they went to they ended up
started
kissing,
breeding each other,
kissing and touching each other, and that was about the extent of it. There was never anything really explicit to it from the ones I read. But
they did fan fiction for, because I've never. Again, this is another film I've never fucking seen, but Twilight. They did like Edward and I don't know her name. I've never seen Twilight before. It doesn't appeal to me, but they did that fan fiction, didn't they? And that's what 50 Shades of Grey wasn't it? Because that was
really
E.L. James did 50 Shades of like. I think Christian and Anastasia came from Twilight. It started off as the Twilight fan fiction.
I didn't realise that. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I've read all 3 books of 50 Shades of Grey, but that started with fan fiction.
And I know there's also been a massive fan fiction world for Harry Potter.
Yeah, that was another one actually when I was looking at this subject, Harry Potter.
Yeah. Again, I've not really read any of the actual books, so
I've read the Harry Potter books, but I've not.
Fiction wouldn't mean much to me.
Oh look, David just liked my story. Hi David.
Hi David. I'm raising a drink to you.
Actually, I need to text David later. I want to show him something. But yes, there is Harry Potter fan fiction.
Yes, there is.
But anyway, go back to Christmas. There was a few. Well, I've summarised them a little bit, but there was a few fan. I say it's not really fan fiction, but it's of sorts fan fiction. Okay. I don't really know, apart from Santa, how you can make sexy fan fiction.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Wow,
that's quite.
Let's have a look. Well, this one isn't Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But let's read a couple. Tell me if you'd be buying this book.
Okay.
So the first one is Santa Claus and his elf.
Okay.
Saint Nick needs to get going on his sleigh. And Elf is loading the presents. It turns out that the elf packed some lube on the sleigh just in case. I'm trying to be sexy, but I can't. Santa had no idea his health. Fucking hell, I'm fucking this up. Instant flaccid penis.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, let me start it again.
Okay, let's
start
again.
The girls are now as dry as a bone, and the men have lost altitude. I'm sorry, peeps. Okay, I'm going to start it again. Oh, God. Saint Nick needs to get going on his sleigh, and his elf is loading the presents. It turns out that the elf packed some lube on the sleigh just in case. Santa had no idea his health. I said health again? Fucking hell. Right, I'm just going to go again. Santa had no idea his elf had these excited things and feelings for him. Guess the elf couldn't use some Santa dick in between houses as they set their way across the world. Maybe this elf needs a hard spanking from the holy jolly man himself.
Oh, God.
I really fucked that one up.
I mean, to be fair, that's not what made it any...
You can understand why, as a TV actor, I never did any voiceover work. Fucking hell. That sounds quite fun.
Oh, I don't know. It sounds a bit weird. Imagine at some point it's going to involve, like, Santa bending him over and holding him by his ears. Yeah.
Holding by his elf hat. Oh my lord! I hope none of them Christian groups that got the about that Debenham shirt is listening to this episode.
Well, Santa and elves aren't religious.
No, but it's a religious holiday. Yeah. We're not talking about religious though. No, it's just being sexy Santa,
exactly,
guys.
Yeah, just sexy Santa.
Do you know what?
We know how much you love sexy Santa.
I was going to say that would have been. I know Santa very well. Next one. It's called The Nutcracker Who Loves Nuts.
Oh, God.
Let some pretty music play while you be the nutcracker looking for someone to play with him. As you come to life, you take your new friend on a journey, this time into the bedroom. The Nutcracker is all about raunchy adventures with the Mouse King and Sugar Plum Fairy. And he can show his fuck buddy just how big his nuts are. Sugar Plum Fairy, was he been at Freedom Bar for the night or something? Fucking hell.
We've all met the Sugar Plum Fairy down on the pole of Freedom Bar.
Yeah, but that was me. But I weren't the Sugar Plum Fairy. That one weren't as like raunchy as Santa and the Elf, was it?
I mean, I wouldn't really describe the Santa and the Elf one as raunchy either, but hey, yes, that was...
Oh my God, the next one. Grinch and a Who. Ugh. The Grinch, in clearly dire need of fucking. He's been on Mount Crumpet for too long, and he's got his dick in his hand. We all know he could use some arse from a cute Twinkie Who. With all of the Grinch's rage, he'd be set to go balls deep inside of a nice title. God. The Who makes his way up the top of the mountain just to let the Grinch know that he's there for him. Grinch is angry, and as cuddly as a cactus, he's a horny motherfucker. Who writes these?
All I can think of as well, the Grinch, like, aren't his fingers like long and spindly?
Do you know what his fingers look like when we've not had Bo taken to the groomers for so long?
But imagine if that's what his penis is like.
Tickle the little prostate.
Oh no. Nothing long and green like that is going in anywhere.
Oh God. Oh, I quite like that one. That one was good. Oh no. The next one's called Wise Men in Church.
Oh, okay.
God, I don't know if I want to read this one out. I don't want to read this one out, but I will. Ever thought about getting your arse ploughed while in church? No is the answer to that. Christmas is the perfect time to sin in the worst way possible. You and your fuck buddy can be two wise men who are giving in to their devil-like feelings. If you have other fuck buddies, then you can all be wise men. Happy holidays. Now get fucked. Oh my god.
Sweet. Oh, sweet Lord. Quite literally.
I don't like that one. Now I can understand why those groups get pissed off with those fan fictions.
I do remember when I was a kid, someone trying to make that song a bit filthy while shepherds watch their cocks at night. There's a whole verse of it. I can't remember. I don't think I want to say it anymore, but I can't remember the rest of it.
I think it's already been said. The last one is office Christmas party fun.
Okay, well
it's the last day in the office and all you want to do is get drunk and have a good time. You meet up with the boss who's hella wasted and starts going on about how his wife doesn't suck him off anymore. You've always wanted to see how big your boss was, so you offer to please him. After all, it's the last day before the holiday break, and we want to have some Christmas cheer. Let's hope the boss is so drunk that he won't remember the way you blew him. Or maybe he will offer you a raise. This obviously isn't the UK, because we don't, barely shut down for Christmas, do we?
I mean, you say that sounds like the last Christmas party I ever went to.
What, did you blew your boss off?
No.
God. Luckily, over my time, I've only had one male boss, and he was not attractive.
There we go.
At all.
Lucky.
He was gross. And he won't be listening to this. But, yeah, I mean, that one was fun. What's your favourite one out of all those fan fictions?
I might have to go...
Go on.
I might have to go back to the Trump and Biden one at this point.
No, out of all the Christmas ones.
The Christmas ones.
I can't pick between Grinch or Santa and the Elf. I think Grinch.
Oh, I was going for the Nutcracker. I think
that's
that sounded
boring. We obviously wouldn't be into the same pornos. I like the Grinch one because I found it quite funny.
I think it was a bit more explicit than the others, wasn't it? With this cock in his hand.
God, people have got so much time on their hands.
Too much time on their hands.
To write these things, haven't they?
Maybe they need to get a job.
Or maybe this is their job. Maybe this is what I mean. If people are liking it and people are reading it, then...
I don't know. I wonder if people make money out of them, though. I don't know if they make... I think they just post them online for free, don't they, a lot of the time?
Yeah, but, I mean, E.L. James posted it online for free, and now she's the author of 3 of the biggest books of all time. So,
very true.
You know... People want to start writing... Although I think with the Christmas ones, you'd only get, sales towards the end of the year, wouldn't you?
You'd only make people come once a year.
Sounds like most British couples, don't it? Oh, well, if you're not into fan fiction as such, Andrew Christian, who is obviously an underwear designer and one of my most favourite... He runs a blog, and it's one of my most favourite blogs on the internet.
Okay.
He said if you're not into fan fiction and want to spice up your lives over the festive period, he has compiled a list of things that you can do with your partner over the holidays.
Okay.
To read some examples of how to have fun.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Maybe don't invite in-laws round.
No, this is like sexy time.
Sexy time.
Over the festive period.
Okay.
To spice up your... I suppose this is for gays more than anything because it's on Andrew Christian. Any idea what you can do over Christmas?
Stick a candy cane up your arse?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Like a little towel.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You hook your little...
Yeah, there we go.
Baubles on it, couldn't you?
There we go.
Make yourself a human Christmas tree.
There we go, yeah.
There we go. Well, sticking a candy cane up your ass is not on the list.
Okay, well, enlighten me.
I feel like a lot of these probably tie quite nicely into the fan fiction.
Okay.
First one's elf play.
Okay.
Being Santa's little helper can be a festive rendition of dominance and submission. If you're new to the BDSM spectrum, I would suggest keeping it light at first. Make sure you have a safe word. Experienced kinksters can amp it up with some holiday ribbon bondage and North Pole toy testing. Well, there we go. That could tie nicely in with your little candy cane.
Well, there we go, yeah.
I don't know if I would, imagine coming home from a long day at work and then your partner being like, I've got something sexy to put on. Going upstairs and it's a fucking elf.
Do you want to sit on this elf shelf?
Oh, God. That would be a sexy way to do Elf on the Shelf for adults, though, wouldn't it?
There we go.
There we go. So, people, once you're over that period of time where your kids are too old to play Elf on the Shelf, start having fun yourselves.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Look,
find shelves all over the house that you can.
We could package that, couldn't we?
You could do, yeah. That's quite
Elf
good.
on the Shelf.
There we go.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Next, sex.
Well, again, speaking from experience.
If you're into big old bears, Christmas brings you the biggest and oldest of them all, Saint Nick. On the other hand, Santa doesn't have to be large or old to roast your chestnuts. I mean, gay porn has tons of hot 20-somethings prancing around in oversized and usually unbuttoned and ill-fitted Santa robes and beards. So go grab some Santa garb off Amazon and get to it. Again, I don't know if I would be into filming. I mean, we all love a bit of filming every now and again, but dress as Santa?
Yeah.
Now, I used to think this is weird, and obviously I spoke about this ages ago on one of the old episodes where that guy...
Yes, yeah.
I was talking to someone and he had the kink of dressing as Santa, which I found fucking weird.
Yeah.
But obviously this is a thing because this is on Andrew Christian's website, so maybe...
It's obviously more popular than you think, like...
Not for me, it ain't.
I don't know if that red and white look is going to turn me on.
It's so 2023, red and white. Or if you're into big old bears, I wonder if people that are into bears get really turned on over Christmas. Coca-Cola advert comes on, they start jerking off to it.
I never really thought of it. Thought of Santa as a
Holidays
bear.
are coming. Give myself a round of applause for that one.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Santa was a bear, but he is. He's
a bear.
He's a bear.
He's
indeed.
the ultimate bear, according to this.
Ultimate bear.
Santa is the ultimate bear.
There we go.
Maybe that's where he's going wrong with all the elves. Maybe they need to be cubs. I suppose elf would be twink.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, they're quite twinky in nature.
Why are we turning it?
And then you got the pups, which are all the reindeer.
Funny enough, that's a good point, actually. Anyway, the last one is xxx-mas cookies.
Oh, okay.
Baking as foreplay, who'd have thought? Penis cookies are a classic, but while you're in it, throwing some jingle balls, are you extra raunchy? Well, I'm sure you can think of something hot to use as icing. That's just like soggy biscuit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Oh.
You'd only get white icing, though.
Yeah, but you could maybe spunk into the bowl and put a bit of pink food colouring in it.
There we go.
Bit of red food colouring in. There you go.
Perfect.
Nice little xxx-mas surprise.
Oh, God.
I mean, I don't eat cookies anyway, but I'm not going to be like, imagine you going into work or going around your mate's house. And...
Look, I baked some cookies for everyone.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was the last one. We've got a couple more.
Okay,
It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's
go.
festive season after all. This one is called the Gingerbread Challenge. Before I read it out...
I think I just understood. Yeah.
Have you understood the assignment of what this one is? So this one says, if you have a ginger as a partner, then this one is a piece of cake. If you don't, then it can be a fun mission. I don't think I need to explain what exactly the challenge entails. If you don't get it, you're either not a gay male, or you just need a bit more time to let the name sink in. However, as a sex researcher, I must say that protection is imperative, so please be safe. And if you're not 10,000% certain about someone's STD/HIV status, just skip this one, or at the very least use a condom. No xxx-mas challenge is worth risking your health, my kinky brethren.
There we go.
That's what it says.
So watch out with that bread work.
Oh. Again, I'm not going to look at gingerbread in the same way now. What did you do? What did you do at the weekend, babes? Did the gingerbread challenge.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Your partner, ginger partner, walking in look like he shit himself, leaving a trail of cookie icing.
Oh.
Oh God! Well, if any of you have got ginger partners or ginger yourself, there you go.
Enjoy the gingerbread challenge.
Enjoy the, it's like the ice bucket challenge, the gingerbread challenge. Fucking hell, God. Oh God! The next one is make a sex wish list. This is an easy one for anyone. Think of new things you want to try or have gotten enough lately and start checking off the list throughout the festive month. It's like your own sexual advent calendar, but instead of chocolates, you get pleasures of the flesh. How sinful of you. It's also an easy one for singletons to enjoy while looking for some memorable holiday hookups. It's quite a good one, isn't it? A little sexy advent calendar.
That's quite good. Yeah, that's a good idea. There we go. Behind every door.
There we go. Skip your Cadbury's advent calendar and make yourself a little sexy one. Some nights you think, I don't want to open door 7. I've got a headache.
Wasn't 6 bad enough? Well, maybe on those days you can just get a little hole in the middle of it.
Well, it's like, like the Christmas Eve one, the window's always big. You think, oh God, what's coming on Christmas Eve?
That's when Santa arrives.
Yeah. Put those milky cookies out for Santa. Carrot, you know all about that.
There we go, yeah.
This one's kind of similar to what you said, reindeer pup play.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you into pup play? If you are, then why not be one of Santa's favourite reindeers for the night and get slayed? I know so many Christmas puns, but this is an article about sex, right? Pup play is really about releasing your inner hedonistic animal. But it's also a sub-dom situation where the dom master has all the control and the sub-pup relinquishes all of his own. In any case, reindeer play translates well with pup play and all of its erotic accessories.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I hated Christmas at the start of this episode, but now I love it.
Get those advent calendars out. God. Sexy advent calendars.
This podcast never fails to corrupt Christmas holidays, family holidays.
You name it, we'll ruin it all. And we'll ruin you as well.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. On that note, shall we listen to some confessions from... let's hear some other people being dirty for a change.
Okay,
let's run it. Well, if that wasn't as disturbing enough, talking about the festive holiday, we're about to disturb everyone that little bit more.
It's that time of the week again, isn't it? Oh, here we go.
So I'm going to give a little trigger warning to some of these. Some of these are quite shocking. But yes, trigger warning, bodily fluids. There's your 5-minute warning. There's some bodily fluids confessions. So yes, trigger warning. It's the first one. This is a woman, and she said, I took a cream pie in hospital. Fucking hell. So she said, I have a horrible pregnancy kink and I've had it for years and I don't fully know why. I'm really, really grateful that I got an IUD when this started 2 years ago. Is an IUD like a contraception?
Yeah.
Fine. I've been with my boyfriend for the same amount of time and I get cream pies pretty much whenever I want. We're both monogamous and we get tested regularly just in case. There's no STD worries. I was in the hospital recently for some cancer concerns. Brackets, I don't have cancer, luckily. Thank God for that. Just an autoimmune disease from a virus. Close brackets. But he came over to visit me and we fucked in the bathroom and on my hospital bed. It was quite easy since I had my own private room, which is rare. And I just paused the machine running my vitals. I was super bloated from my meds they gave me and I kept rubbing my stomach whilst we had sex. It was the hottest thing I've ever experienced. He even sucked on my tits after and ate me out. Fucking hell. I was really surprised since he'd never eaten my ass before, but damn, it was nice. Sorry, I'll finish this off reading this, but this all happened in a fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Oddly, it was the best sex we've ever had. I don't know how we could ever top this, but God, I hope it happens again. I'm so grateful to finally find someone who matches my freak. I mean, great that you love it and great that you hope it happens again, but I kind of hope you don't end up in hospital for cancer concerns.
Yes.
So I hope you just end up in hospital for a broken toe or something. But fuck me.
Or putting your back out from all this amazing sex you're having.
God. I love that she took the she took off the
exactly.
took off the blood pressure monitor.
Can you imagine going at it with this still on and all of a sudden your nurse gets a beep beep beep.
Fucking hell.
She's in tachycardia. Oh,
it's not quite the same, but years ago, a group of friends, I was dating someone that was pregnant. It wasn't my baby. In my and she was going into labour, and then me and all of the friends were up there. Like, my friends were up there, and fucking around with the birth ball. And my friend Danny, like, grabbed the birth ball and threw it straight at my friend Faye's face. And as the nurse walked, like the midwife walked in, the ball just hit Faye in the head. And then there's me in the corner doing the oxygen. Not quite the same as being cream pied.
No. Slightly more, isn't it?
Fucking hell. I love that confession.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Good one.
It's a good start.
As always, we love a butt plug confession, don't we?
We
or
do.
A glory hole one. So
always here for those.
That's our tradition. This next one, I wore a plug out to the bars last night with my friends. Me and a girlfriend are absolutely wild when we get together. We were in university together, so there's very little boundaries to what we would do. We were getting ready to go out last night. One of my friends dared me in front of everyone to wear a plug when we went out. I think she dared me because I was wearing a short leather skirt and a top that would probably show my nipples if they got hot. They were all egging me on so much, and I couldn't say no. So in front of them all, I put the plug in and we went out. It was so crazy, both wearing a plug for that long, but also in public pretty much any time we got the chance. I would lift up my skirt and show off my fucking hell. Show off my plug so all the girls would get a laugh. Imagine that on the dance floor.
I'm sure she showed off her plug at the same time as well.
She does a slut job and it shoots out.
Slightly different to shooting ping pong.
Did that girl just lay an egg?
Slightly different from a ping pong ball.
Or a candy cane.
There we go.
She just laid an egg on the dance floor. Wouldn't that be fun if, like, does hens lay eggs?
Yes.
That should be a tradition, doesn't it? When you're on a stag and hen party, the hens will put love eggs up there. And on the dance floors, they start laying their eggs.
Well, there we go.
There we go, girls. Maybe that's what I'll do.
There's an idea.
The next one, I'm a post-divorce slut. Ooh. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
The best thing that I ever did for my sex life was get a divorce. My ex could never satisfy me the way he needed. He was bland, there was no passion, and I was incredibly bored. I tried to switch things up, but he was a fan of nothing new.
Oh.
Nothing new.
Oh.
What's that mean?
Just like missionary.
Oh.
Not be adventurous.
It's a very British way to put it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the tried and true and nothing new. Which meant all of my needs were unmet for many, many years. After we split, I became very open with my sexuality, and I'm doing things that I fantasised about previously. I met a man in a hotel on our first date. I was naked within minutes. I fucked a construction worker while I was on my period. I let a married man have my vagina. On another first date, I let him eat me in the back of his car in the restaurant parking garage. I let a Tinder date fuck me with his blinds open right in front of the window. Fuck, I'm a slut and I get off being one.
Oh.
Girl. Yes.
You get that good dick.
If you are post-divorce and you've been unhappy for years, you do you, babes.
Yeah.
Try not to get caught though, because doing that sort of shit in public, you probably get arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, be a slut.
Time to get your needs met. That's what I say.
Oh, God. Oh, this next one's a bad confession.
Okay, this is the warning, is it?
No, this isn't the trigger warning. It's getting worse. This is the fourth thing.
Okay.
So the name of this confession is I fucked a stranger the whole funeral.
Oh my God.
God. I told you they get better and better every week, these confessions. I said this. Who was I talking to the other day? And I was like, we were talking about some of the confessions, and we were giving like a couple of our friends new friends that have not obviously tracked back and listened to the earlier episodes, and I was like, no, you weren't there. I was having a conversation with someone.
Right, okay.
You wasn't there. Anyway, I was talking about the confessions to someone the other day, and I was giving them a little bit of an overview as to some of the content that we get, and they gasped. I was like, at the start of this podcast, which was nearly 2 years ago now, they weren't as bad.
No,
they get worse and worse. And every week I think, are they going to get any worse? They don't disappoint. So on that note, I was at a family funeral for a distant cousin. I knew I was going to be bored from the fucking start of this funeral. So right at the beginning, I put a plug in my arse to give me something to do. Something to do! When I got there, I was quite early, and I met my late cousin's co-worker, who is totally my fucking type. We got talking and flirting before the funeral started. He told me that I had a phenomenal body, and I asked him if he wanted to fuck it. He agreed. We snuck off to the bathroom and locked the door. We had sex the whole funeral. He ended up pounding my back door for the duration, and when we heard what sounded like the end of the funeral, we stopped and finished and agreed to meet at a glory hole I knew later that night. Fucking hell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if I was that cousin, I'd haunt that bitch for the rest of her fucking life.
Exactly, yeah.
Could she not have waited for the glory hole after the funeral? Funerals ain't that fucking long.
I wouldn't say they were particularly like erotic experience either.
I know, what is she, a necrophiliac or something?
Oh, this is boring. Want to go in the toilet? Yeah.
Well, it's the more that she said that I put a plug in to give me something to do. Fucking hell.
We're very close to that side of the family, clearly.
Just when you think some people have no shame, you read a story like that. I mean, I love the confession. That's a great confession.
It's a great confession.
I mean, that is a daring one as well. That poor cousin. I know. I love at the start of it that she's like, she literally wrote a distant cousin. Like, that makes it any more accepting. Oh, right, that makes it okay then, does it? You're getting barebacked in the toilet. That makes it fine because it's a distant cousin.
Yeah, if it was an aunt, I'd be a bit more.
Good confession. I love that one.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more tame and quite cute, really.
Okay.
I work part-time at a job and full-time at another one. At my part-time job, I overheard someone making a remarkable comment about he hasn't seen me in forever. But he can always tell it's me because of how much my big arse sticks out and how big my tits are. He joked that this baby needs to be fed by mama. And it made me smile to know that even a job that I don't work at very often, people still like to talk about me. If only they knew what I get up to. I mean, he said that he can see you by your big fat arse, love, so I don't know if it's a compliment here, but...
Unless he's a fan of big butts.
Well, I'm glad that she liked it.
Yes, indeed.
What's worse? Some people put anonymous on these, like... confession. Some people put their names, some people don't. Sounds lovely, lovely tame story, doesn't it? Oh, they like me because I've got nice big bum, nice big boobs. The name of her confession, and her name is Deep Throat Cocksucker. No wonder she took that as a compliment.
Oh dear.
Next one. So she says, I masturbated in front of my window and he watched me climax. Sometimes I like to play with myself when the windows are open and people can see. So this is a voyeurism.
Okay.
One time, I caught one of the hunky roofer guys opposite looking at me, and he started to rub himself through the jeans. He knew I could see, and I gave him a little smile while I kept rubbing myself too. He was so focused on watching me and lusting after me, it felt extremely hot. I was getting closer and closer, and I wanted to reward him for watching me. For a second, I thought we got caught, but he was just making sure that the coast was clear. Knowing he was watching, I climaxed so hard for about 20 seconds, and I know he loved it. I want it to happen again. I know I shouldn't rub myself in the front of the window, but I do love it so much. If I see him again, I'll invite him inside. Well, I hope she don't live opposite a fucking school.
Let's hope not. Yeah,
let's hope it's not a construction site for a school, in which case you deserve to go to jail.
Yes, maybe buy some curtains.
And some window cleaner as well, I would say.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I bet she wakes up the next day and it's all smeared. Husband comes home, God, these windows are always dirty.
From the inside
as
well.
What are you doing? Don't know. Condensation. Oh, that again, it reminds me of like that trail, you know, like a snail that's gone up the window.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
Oh, you would hope you weren't the one that's hiring those builders.
Oh,
you're like, why is the work never done? I'm coming home every fucking day. You quoted a one-day job. It's been a week.
Well, they often take a bit longer. Well, now we know why.
Should take him some cookies for all of his hard work.
Pre-iced.
Oh. This next one, probably one of my most favourite titles of any confession.
Okay.
The Deliveroo guy saw my wife riding me. Fucking hell.
There's your tip.
There we go. After a few drinks in front of the TV last night, we decided to order a takeaway. With it being a Saturday night, we knew it would be busy and it'd be a while. So my wife suggestively said that she knew that what we could do to pass the time, and she started to kiss me. Our clothes came off and we started doing more right there on the sofa. Kissing, licking, sucking. We didn't really think about the fact that the fucking curtains are open. Soon I had her bent over the sofa and I was fucking her for a while until her legs got sore. We swapped so she could ride me on the sofa. I had one hand on her ass, one hand rubbing her and her big boobs in my mouth. Soon we were both getting close and she sped up until we both came almost simultaneously. As she slumped down back onto me, we both recovered and we got our breaths back. I heard my phone go. I reached over and checked the message. Your food has been delivered. At this point, I realised we've got a side door that can only be accessed by walking right past the living room window. And this is where the food had been left. The Deliveroo guy would have walked past the window and seen in just as my wife was riding us both to orgasm. She didn't clock and just said, "Oh well, that's good timing," and we both laughed it off, but I found the idea that he saw very hot. Imagine them munching on their pizza after.
He's lucky he didn't stay staring through the window.
I wonder if you'd have to give him a tip, wouldn't you? You'd be like, fuck me, he had a bit of a treat. Better give him a £5 tip. God. I do like that one. This next one, now, I don't know if you remember last week's episode. I think it was last week's episode, or the one before, where we spoke about unusual places to be caught doing it. And one of them was the snow. Oh, yes. And I didn't think that this was possible. And I said in that episode, who the fuck wants to fuck in the snow?
Indeed.
We have a confession.
Well, here we go.
A few years ago, it snowed a lot, and the guy I was seeing at the time came up with an idea. He wanted to fuck me in the snow. I thought it sounded exciting, so we got dressed up in our snow gear. Who the fuck has snow gear? And we drove out into our local woods. We took a little walk to make sure that we wouldn't get found, and then I got naked. I stripped down completely naked except for my boots, and it was fucking freezing. Something about being naked in the cold made me feel extra exposed too. He told me I looked amazing naked out there in the snow, and that my red nose was adorable. Then he bent me over. It was definitely cold, but by the end of it I was shaking. I ended up getting a cold after that, but it was definitely worth it. Imagine going into work next day. Sally, you got a runny nose, you alright? Oh yeah, I've got cold. Something going round, babe.
Oh god.
Not quite, my love, not quite.
That's too funny. Well, there we go. Snow fetishes.
As hot as it sounds,
well, quite cold though.
As cold as it sounds, I'm still not going to be doing it. Remember that trigger warning?
Yeah.
Well, this is the trigger warning for the last three confessions we've got. Now, this could have gone one of two ways, this one. And I debated whether I wanted to read this confession out onto the pod, but fuck it.
Okay, here we go.
Why not? She said a man ate the shit out of me. Now, that could be multiple things, couldn't it?
Yeah. I think we know where this is going, though.
God, you people are nasty. A man contacted me and that I was seeing, and he stated that he loves me and will go to any length for me. Oh.
This is the confession, like you just telling.
It's not me. This is the confession. Right. I invited him over, I left the door unlocked, and when he showed up, I was in my toilet. I told him to swallow my pee. God, which he did. He then requested me to shit in his mouth. God. I was appalled, but I did it. And it was quite hot. And then I let him fuck me. He fucked me quite hard. You have a way with words, my love. That is fucking gross.
That is gross.
That is rotten.
I know there's a lot of... Well, I don't know how many people have that as a kink for them, but...
Well, I mean, that is fucking rank.
It's disgusting.
Oh, God.
Absolutely disgusting.
We've always said that we'll never censor any
No.
confessions or content on here. It's an explicit podcast for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll always read out your confessions, but that one's made me feel a little bit sick, can't lie. Actually, it's kind of romantic. I'll do anything for you. Would you eat my shits?
No, that's disgusting, but I'll do it.
Right, that's the way she said it as well. I was appalled, but I did it.
I mean, I've been appalled at certain things, but yeah, not that appalled.
Oh my god! Here we go. The next one. You ready?
Yeah.
I like to suck the farts out of my boyfriend's ass. What is it with these ones tonight? Fucking hell. My boyfriend likes to let me know right before he's about to let one go, and I put my mouth around his butt and I just suck it out. I think it's really hot. In fact, I hate it when he doesn't tell me in time and I miss it, because then I feel really left out.
Oh, God.
What is wrong with people?
Oh, does that not stink?
You're looking at me like I would have known this. I don't know.
I know, but oh Lord,
I don't know. I don't really care to know, and I'm not planning to find out. Fucking hell! You've got to be really comfortable in a relationship to be doing that.
Oh my God, really comfortable.
Oh God, this is why I love this section of the podcast. It's my favourite section because it really makes me laugh. I mean, yeah, quite the confession. She's labelled it as a fantasy fulfilled, so lovely. I don't know if I can understand this one, but
whatever works for you.
Maybe come to the live one and tell us in a little bit more detail. Okay, one more.
Okay, here we go.
The ultimate trigger warning on this one.
Okay.
Right, ladies, sit yourselves down. Take yourself a sickness pill. This one's going to be bad.
Okay.
So she starts off. I never thought I would ever eat dick cheese.
Oh.
But I did. And I didn't enjoy it that much. But I might do it again. I met a guy who wants to pay me once a month to dress up in different outfits, kind of like cosplay, and let me sleep with him. He told me before I agreed to come over that he had a smell and humiliation fetish, and that he wanted me to smell his gross cock. But I didn't think it would be to the point of pure cheese. Oh. Once I arrived, he instantly paid me and made me put on an outfit which we discussed over text, brackets, schoolgirl sailor outfit, to clean his flat.
Okay.
This is where it gets a bit iffy. He asked me to get undressed and pulled out his penis, and I didn't notice anything at first, but only a bit of a smell. Then I pulled it back and started to lick him, and it was full of cheese. So I stopped and wasn't going to do it. But he told me that he was paying me a lot for this reason. And he told me that it was gross. So I decided to push through, and then he told me that he wanted me to eat it. So I pushed through the gagging, and I almost threw up, which was a huge turn on for him. After I ate most of it, I finished him off. I can't read the rest of this. I finished him off, but after a bit of name calling, he offered to let me wash up in his bathroom, which I did. I couldn't get through the end of that one because I was practically gagging as well.
That is disgusting.
Oh. Watch when that cheese ball comes round at Christmas Day. You're going to look at it now and think, we've just ruined Christmas for everyone, haven't we?
Oh my Lord. And what? She was grateful that she let him use his bathroom.
Well, he said to her, you can wash up if you want after.
Yes, I would like to wash up.
You would literally have to have all of the mouthwash and all of the tube. I would have stuck my fingers down my throat, I think, and I would have thrown up. Like, that is fucking rotten.
Gross.
Got any grapes to go with it, babe?
Like a palate cleanser.
Oh my God. I mean, I love the confession, but I understand you're being paid for it, but is there a big enough amount of money to do that?
I think you need a bit more self-worth, if I'm being totally honest.
Although I'd be interested to know how much you're being paid. Oh, yeah, I mean, that one has made me feel a bit unwell.
Oh, that is rotten.
I told y'all at the start of the confession segments this one was going to be rough. But plough through it. We promise on the live. I say that they won't be as bad, but they probably will. Well, on that note, I think I probably need to. I feel like I need to go scrub now.
No, yeah, I think so.
Brush my teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Soap in my mouth as well.
See, this is why I don't like cheese. I'm talking about actual cheese.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a different Christmas cheese board this year.
Oh God. Oh, well, that was a lovely episode.
There we go. But well done for surviving it.
Some of my favourite confessions this one. These are some of the best ones, I think.
Yeah,
some of the funniest ones. Please keep it coming.
Yes, please do.
But yeah, as always, please head over to www.rbtwthepodcast.com where you can catch the latest news from us. You can listen to the latest episode if you don't have a streaming platform, and also you can grab tickets to the live show.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Please do. We appreciate your love and support. If you don't listen on the website, as always, you can listen to us on Amazon Prime, Audible, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other streaming platforms.
All of them. Yeah, we're on all of them.
And you can catch us on social media.
Yeah, we are on TikTok at RBTW Official. You can also find us on Instagram at RBTW Podcast.
And if you just search Read Between the Wines on X, it will come up as well, and you can see some pretty good spoilers for the live show, maybe.
There we go.
So yeah, please continue to like, share, subscribe, share the love, tell your friends and family to listen. Maybe not your family, actually. Oh, fuck it, maybe your distant cousin.
Well, there we go.
Just like that girl at the funeral.
That's it, exactly, yeah. Way to build bonds.
On that note, have a great week.
Indeed.
We hope you listen to this on a Monday morning on the way into work. We shall see you on the next one.
Yes, we will.
Bye.
Bye.